Hello, and welcome to the fourth class on CBD. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you're getting some information out of this. Maybe you're taking notes. I just want to remind you that this book by Cody Lynn Kaler is a book that you can get online, or if you're near to me, I have it, and it would be $6. A lot of what I say is in here. I don't repeat the whole book, and there is some information that I'm giving you that isn't found in here, but it's an excellent reference point if you're tired of busily writing those notes. If not, take those notes. I'm all for notes. Okay, so let's get into this part of our class. Now, in the last video, I hope I did not confuse you with the whole THC thing. I know it's confusing, and I'm trying to make it something that you can grasp. CBD, as I have mentioned, is cannabidiol, and cannabidiol is hemp with less than 0.3 THC. It's not enough to alter the mind. So many CBDs have that 0.3 THC. However, Nature's Ultra comes from what's called an isolate, which I will get into in a little more detail later, which has virtually no THC. Just want you to keep that pinned in your head for a minute for when we get to that part of our discussion later, because a lot of people do need to have that information. Some people just absolutely cannot take CBD because of the 0.3 THC, because that can build up in the blood, and even though it does not alter your mind, it will show up on a drug test. I am very pleased to say that Nature's Ultra Young Living CBD does not have that THC in it. Great news, right? It's great news for a lot of people. Okay, just put a pin on that for now, and I will get into more of that later. Let's go back to some of the safety issues with some of the CBD that you will find on the market today. I need to spend a lot of time on this, just like I need to spend a lot of time on that in my essential oil classes. Here's why. When I first started teaching about essential oils, I tried to make it as clear as possible that you could not ingest all essential oils, that you had to make sure you had an essential oil that was allowed by the FDA to ingest. You had to make sure that you had a company that would stand behind you that say that yes, this product is pure enough to ingest. I tried, but sometimes people did not get that message, and they would go and buy a cheaper essential oil and ingest it and then get mad at me for telling them that, hey, you said I could take lavender internally. You know, I had to deal with that with some people, and I had to explain to them, I told you you could ingest Young Living's Lavender Vitality. I also told you to read your labels. I told you to make sure you're with a reputable company that will say legally that this product has been tested for ingestion. All right, so that's why I'm going to be very clear about CBD. There is a lot of muddy waters in the CBD selling world. Right now, a lot of it that is sold to you is being sold to you by a reseller that has no idea if it's pure or not. And they're going to say to you that, yeah, you can ingest it, but they do not have any idea where it was sourced from. And we are now starting to hear that there's a lot of problem in that area. I have been hearing this week about vaping. People that vape with THC or CBD products. Now, by the way, that's not us at all. I will never tell you to vape that stuff. I don't even get into vaping. But a lot of the people that are having the lung problems are the ones that are vaping the THC and CBD stuff. It's, they were probably being told by the person that sold to them that you could. They were probably, because they were sold a product for vaping, right? We are finding out very quickly what happens when you have a hemp product that is grown improperly. So that's what I'm going to get into now. I'm going to scare you straight on that. I'm trying to remove your fear, but I want you to be smart about it, okay? 80 to 90% of the CBD that is sold currently comes from Asia and South America. And we simply have no idea how it is grown. This is most of the cheap stuff. Young Living Nature's Ultra comes from a farm in Colorado, and we have control over how it's grown. We also have certified handlers. This is big. This is important. It is important to know. We also, as I have told you in previous videos, we use a CO2 extraction, and many companies, because they are trying to do this more quickly and more profitably, will use a solvent. You know what happens when you do that? You have residual trace amounts of solvent left in the product. Currently, there is no EPA regulation over crop chemicals on CBD. There's none. Recent studies have shown that there is pesticides, phosphates, chloride, and other contaminations in over 80% of the samples that are tested from these other random companies. This is not good. It's especially prevalent in CBD because the hemp plant is well known to cleanse the soil. It's a cleansing crop that will actually pull impurities out of the soil. If you are planting it in farmland that has not been vetted as an organic or even purer than organic, a chemical-free farm, you're going to have a plant that's busy pulling all that stuff out of there as it is. And if you put any of these pesticides on top of it as well, it's really getting pulled into that plant. Then you take this plant and you extract it, you're getting very concentrated amounts of those impurities that are going in you. That's what people are finding out with vaping, and that's what they're finding on some of these tested products for all of the other ways that you can use CBD. And most people ingest CBD. That is the most common way to take CBD. Labeling is another big problem right now. Studies have shown label claims to be wildly inaccurate. 70 to 80% are mislabeled and possibly dangerous. All CBD is mixed with what we call a carrier oil, which is a fatty oil. It's a transportation system. It's a way that we can take it. But some of the carrier oils that they're mixing it with are impure, and they can go bad quickly. Some of those mom and pop growers, the people that just make their own CBD to sell you, mix it with butter, which can go bad quickly. And a lot of them are flavored, but they're not flavored with essential oils. Most flavorings are full of junk. You're trying to help yourself with a health product, and you're putting junk in your system. The FDA, as I said in a few videos ago, the FDA does classify this as an over-the-counter drug, but unlike prescription medicine, there is just not that rigid of a testing system in place. You're going to find that with supplements, and you're even going to find that with essential oils. The only way you can control that you're getting a good product is to know the manufacturer. That's the important part. So I'm going to wrap this video up with that. Thank you for letting me inform you of that. Please take it to heart.